people hear Till Valhalla Project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of our heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom, two words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Till Valhalla Project a place where fallen heroes truly live on forever.
Are you a veteran or currently serving? Or perhaps you're a civilian that has a veteran in your life? We want to stack up with you. StackUp.org brings both veterans and civilians together through a shared love of gaming. StackUp serves not only active duty troops and veterans in the U.S., but also our allies throughout the world. We do this through 4 primary programs. Supply crates, giant boxes of the latest in games and gear sent to active duty troops and veterans to raise morale, build camaraderie, and help combat post-traumatic stress. Air assaults, where we fly deserving veterans to life-changing gaming and geek culture events. The Stacks, our local volunteer teams coming together to support military personnel around their community. And our Stop Squad, Stack Up suicide awareness and mental health support team. Our trained volunteers are on call 24/7 if you're looking to talk with someone about your problems. We're here to help. Please reach out to us through StackUp.org to find out how we can support you or the veteran in your life today.
All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Southern Broadcast Gaming Network News. We're doing something a little bit new. Today we're going to be talking a little about shout out to all those league sponsors that represent the leagues represent. You know, they love Stack Up. Shout out to those sponsors and first, right off the bat, we're going to start off with the race last night that we had at Las Vegas with Old Glory Racing League Genesis Cup Series. They did a phenomenal job. A lot of good racing going on the track, and we'll take a look at the points. The points are not up to date as of right now, but we'll look at them as they were going into Las Vegas. Jack said to drift. Yes, I did see that. Sorry about that, Jack. And we'll be interacting in the chat, and you're welcome to come into the booth if you ever want to. I did see that the audio from the file that I got was not the best audio, so I thought I loaded up the other video that I had, but we had to do what we had. I'll change it a little bit later. But going into the points, going into Las Vegas, Hervatten was on that top spot with 50 points and 1 win. Stephen Lech, he was tied with third and fourth at 39 points. Right now, he is sitting in second with Trent Robinette. He is going to be sitting third. Jeremy Scherer, he's going to be sitting in fourth with 39 points also. Mason Thompson, going to be sitting with 36 points in fifth. Lyle Mitchell, 35 points, 34, is going to be Darren Bruce, sitting in seventh. Cody Brown in eighth place, sitting at 32, tied with Chris Isaacs for eighth place. Richard Mandonka, he is going to be sitting at 32 also, so he's going to be tied for that eighth position. Those points did change with last night's race, and as soon as I get those, we will get those up to date and get them out to you and let you know where everybody is sitting. But that's going to be your top 10 points, and we'll move on to the race. And this was going to be the first lap of the race at Las Vegas, and Las Vegas was, like I said, very exciting. You had Huggins right there on the pole. He was coming out of turn number 2, and Dylan Hervatten, he does get loose on the first lap. Those tires were cold, and that just caused a little bit of chaos on the first lap. So that's going to bring out our first caution. Now Dylan was able to, did get an EOL. He had to go towards the back. So we had a little bit of green flag racing going on, and, lap 25, here comes Hervatten. He came from the back all the way to the front, and he was sitting in the 7th position, and he had that car rolling. There you see he is going to be fighting with the 88, and he makes the move down low, and he passes him like there is no tomorrow. So he made quite a bit of moves, and once we got to the stage break, he was pretty much out front. He won the stage. Hervatten drove his car all the way from the back to the front with Mandonka sitting in second. Huggins, he came in third. Thompson, fourth. Bruce was fifth. Anderson, sixth. Robinette, Kincaid is going to be 7th and 8th. Curtis Ecker did come in 9th, and Margin got the top 10 in points. Later on through the race at a lap 90, there was a big one right there coming down the backstretch. The 46 got a little bit out of shape, got into the left rear quarter panel of the 15, which caused him to start spinning down into the 36. Now, we thought that was going to be the end of the 36 because he got involved in another big one. Didn't know if he had any fast repairs left, but he was, to our surprise, he was ready to come back and fight with a vengeance with 16 laps to go. As you can see, Hervatten, he is right there in seventh place, fighting for it. 3 wide, coming to the start-finish line. This is with 16 laps to go. What a great race, these closing laps were. And then coming to 15 to go, the 91, he did scrape the wall just a little bit, and he got into the 46. Like I said, they were 3 wide racing, and somebody just had to give, and the 91 took a spin cycle down the front stretch, and the 46 got into the back of the 10. And the Dunkin' Donuts machine, he got the worst end of the deal because he was definitely cycloned all the way down the front stretch, collecting a few other cars. King Sisters goes nothing the 54, not knowing how to drive, LOL. Well, I appreciate you joining us there, Kincaid. All right. Well, with 2 laps to go, and look at that 36. He flew through the field. He was able to overtake, and jump into second place. Coming through the backstretch, it was a fight between Cody Johnson. It was his first time racing, and there is that 54 of Kincaid. He was able to make the move on the outside and come to this start-finish line to the checker flag, and he was able to grab that top spot. That was a great finish. Couldn't ask for anything better. There was chaos going on behind him. We did not get a replay of that, and I'm very sorry, but there you can see a little bit of it, and it looks like the 46 was involved in that and had cars in the wall. But final results of that race, Huggins was able to, grab the lead. There you had Hervatin. He took second place. Mark Kincaid, grabbed a podium finish in third. Cody B. Johnson, his first race of the season, he did a very, very good job finishing in fourth. Had a really good battle, to try to keep that third spot, but he dropped one position. Darren Bruce did pretty good. And Miss Amanda, are you ready to come in? Or where'd she go? Well, I thought Miss Amanda was there, but there she is. Yeah, now we can. Or I can. No, I still got you muted. All right, now I think they can hear you.
Yay!
Oh my goodness. That was loud in my ear. I got to turn you down.
Sorry.
All right, but I was just going through the final positions of the Las Vegas race last night. Left off at Darren Bruce finishing in fifth, and Zachary Margerson, he finished in sixth. Sean Anderson did really well in that number 13 and 3 wide positions, and tried to stay out of trouble, and he finished in seventh. Trent Robinette, he finished in eighth. Really good job in that number 33 North Carolina State Trooper Chevrolet Camaro. Well, the Canadian Banana says, "Hey, Amanda," and then Jack said, "Turn it back off."
Rude.
Joe Munchel, he came in ninth. He did not do too bad in that number 69. Curtis Ecker finishing off the top 10. Lyle Mitchell came in 11th. Christopher Alcar, due to the incidents that he was involved in, he still pulled off a top 15. It was a packed field last night. You had that 23, that lonely Toyota. Speaking of Jack, Jack finished in 13. Not a bad job. He was 3 laps down and finished on the lead lap. That's an amazing job. Hanging in there, and he got all those laps back. Richard Mandaka, he finished 14th. Jeremy Scherer finished 15th. He got involved in a few incidents. Lucas Reed, once again, Lucas Reed in that number 10, he got cycloned on one of those cautions, and he finished 16th. Mason Thompson 17th, and 18th is going to be Miss Brianna. Well, if you didn't tune in to the race last night, you can still go in on Twitch or YouTube. It will be loaded onto Roku, and you can catch that race and see all the excitement that we've seen. All you guys put on a great show. We appreciate y'all letting us be a part of broadcasting both leagues, 4 Wide and Old Glory. This channel is new, or this channel is. This news broadcasting is going to be a little bit new to us, and we hope to bring in a few other leagues throughout the community, to let everybody know what's going on out there. It was an idea that I came up with to see if we can bring the community together and get other people involved in letting, getting their races out there, getting their points out there, their special events and stuff like that. Canadian Banana said, yeah, thanks for yelling at us.
I mean, somebody's got to do it.
Oh,
If we don't do it, who will? That's the question of the day.
This is true. Everybody needs a little yelling at some points. All right. Well, moving on. Tuesday night, we had the Truck Series, Old Glory Truck Series, on track at Las Vegas once again, and they put on one heck of a show there. There was only one caution, and that was at the beginning of the race. But the points going in before that race was Joe Munchell. He was sitting on the top spot, with Cody Brown sitting in second, Christopher Allgaier sitting in third, Christopher Smith sitting in fourth, Corey Deal sitting in fifth. James Mandarud, which did not make Tuesday night's race, he was tied for fifth position. Zachary Margerson, he was sitting seventh. Billy Davison, eighth. Nathan Lafayette was tied for eighth. Cliff Mullen, yeah, I know, right? Cliff Mullins was sitting 10th. 11th was going to be Jack Nunemacher and Marshall Johnson. And Jared Stone is going to be 12th and 13th. But Mr. Robert Gray it was his first debut in the Las Vegas race, and he actually grabbed the pole. And you know, he had a very, very fast time, and there you see they were all lined up waiting to take the green. And first caution of the night was going to be early on due to the 43 getting a little bit loose by hitting that apron. And there you see on the right side of that screen, he is going to touch that apron, and his truck is just going to shoot up the track, and he's going to try to correct it, and he's going to collect a few others along with him. But it was not a bad race. The whole field got spread out for a little while, but there was always a battle for either first, and here's a little bit of a battle. This is going to be Gray trying to fend off everybody for that lead position, and here they come out of the turn number 4, and you see it is a 5-truck pack trying to battle for the same real estate, and Gray was able to hold on to it for just a little while. Lap 35, battle for second was really heated up. You had Stone, you had Gray, and you had Kincaid. They were just going at it as they were trying to all run down Lech in the number 1 position. There you see there is that 3-truck battle right there the whole time, and you also had let's see, Courtney back there. He was back there trying to stay up with those 3. And they almost went 3 wide for a little bit, but it finally got straightened out. Lap 72, they were still at it. It was still a 3-way battle between the 66 Gray and the 54. They were all still at it, and there you see they are passing the 22. Jack, hopefully next week will be a better week for you. But all still 3 all together at lap 72. Still trying to catch Steven in the top spot. He broke out to about 4 seconds back. Everybody was waiting for that caution. Travis Johnson, what's up? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping by and joining us. But as the race went pretty much green the whole way, lap 16 there was a battle for 8th, and this was a very exciting battle, 4-way battle for the 8th spot. You had the 43 of Allgaier, you had Jeremy Shearer, you had Cody, I think it was Johnson, and you had Lafayette right there, all 4 trying to battle it out. And I think the winner of that little battle was going to be Lafayette. The 43 got a little bit loose coming out of one of the turns, but they held it together, and they pretty much finished pretty much right in line. 7 laps to go. We have a battle for 3rd place, and that is going to be between Stone and Kincaid. And this actually almost brought out the caution. I know some of those drivers would have wanted to see it, but Kincaid dives it to the inside. His truck gets a little bit tight, and he taps the door, or taps the left rear, and there the 66 goes up towards the wall, but he was still able to stay in the gas. He didn't lose too much momentum, and he was able to battle right back and keep 4th place. 2 laps to go. Kincaid is on the move. With 2 laps to go, he had caught Robert Gray, and he thought it was going to be a battle for that second position, but Robert Gray said, nah, my tires are burnt up, and just let him right on by on that low line, and there he goes, just sailing right on by. Final lap is out, and they were all still trying to catch that number 2 truck. Now Nobody had anything for him. He was able to somehow save tires, and with all the battles going on, he was able to bring home the win with over 5.2 seconds in between them, Kincaid and Gray. So what a great race that was. And I can't wait to see what these guys bring next week, as we'll see where they're at in just a few moments. But look at the final results from that race. Are you ready? You want to do the final results of the truck race?
Sure can.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
So, Stephen Leitch finished in first. Mark Kincaid finished in second. Robert Gray finished in third. By the way, let's not forget that I picked Robert for that race.
I picked Curtis,
I'm not,
and he told me not to pick him
Listen.
again.
I'm sorry, Curtis.
He's like, don't pick me anymore.
He has the curse. I don't. Clearly, my choice. Just saying. Anyway, Jared Stone finished in fourth. Ray Courtney finished in fifth. Joel Munchell, sixth. Cody Brown in seventh. Nathan Lafayette in eighth. Marshall Johnson finished in ninth. Jeremy Shearer finished in 10th. This was a smaller field, so we don't have a ton of racers. Christopher Alkire finished in 11th. Billy Davison finished in 12th. Jack Nunemacher finished in 13th. Curtis Ecker. He can smack me for that later.
Yeah.
I always forget that there's not an L. So Curtis finished in 14th. Austin Harris finished in 15th. Chris Isaac finished in 16th. And Matt Benke finished in 17th. Actually, wasn't Matt race control that night?
Yeah, he was race control. But he did get points. You know, the guys that are doing race control, they do get a flat rate points for doing race control because they are missing a race. So he does collect a little bit of points to keep him in the running. So they have a really good system. You know, if you're doing race control, if you volunteer, if it's not your favorite track, you can volunteer and still collect points. You know, it's not going to be a lot of points, but it's going to keep you up, you know, up there where you're at in points. So it's going to definitely help you. So it is a flat rate system if they take on race control. But next week, you know, they are going to be at the Monster Mile. That is a right front tire eater. It's always an exciting racetrack. We probably will see some cautions come flying out when we hit Dover. So make sure you tune in on Tuesday for that race at the Monster Mile. It's going to be very exciting. And I don't think next week for the Genesis Next Gen series, they are going to be at Darlington, and we're going to try to put up a poll in the chats to let the fans vote for their favorite paint scheme. We'll try to go through the field and let you get a feel of what everybody's driving, and it's going to be a throwback series. So definitely watch out for that because, you know, we want to see who y'all pick for the favorite paint scheme out there. And that driver will, I think, win $20, I believe it is, in iRacing credits. So make sure you tune in for that. But now we're going to move on to 4 Wide Racing League. You know, they put on a heck of a show. You know, we got some of those guys racing in Old Glory, and now we have some guys from Old Glory racing in 4 Wide, and we're going to go on to them. And I love this logo. I know you don't care for it, but I like their 4 Wide logo.
I think for me, it's just busy. That's all.
It's busy with fast cars, so that's why I like it. But going into their point system, and this is up to date, and Sean Anderson is going to be sitting in number 1. Ray Courtney going to be sitting in number 2, not too far behind. You know, he's got a few points to make up, but he is right there, and you got Chase Greer right there in 3rd place. Peter Stewart. Oh, I do have that clip, by the way, where you call Peter Stewart Peter Griffin.
No.
And the sound is on. So Peter Stewart going to be sitting 4th. Robert Great going to be sitting 5th. 6th is going to be Zachary Stevens. 7th is going to be Billy Davison. 8th is going to be Willie Evernham. 9th is going to be Jesse Singleton. Jack Nudemaker is going to be. I'm sorry, Lucas Freed is going to be sitting 10th, and 11th is going to be Jack Nudemaker. Okay.
12th
Yep.
was Michael Taylor. 13th was Matt Mingo. 14th was Lucy Nunemacher. 15th was Jeffrey Rudick. 16th was Ron Fenton. 17th was Noah Henkel. 18th was Trevor Keith. 19th was Grant Turner. And 20th was Cameron France.
Yep.
I hope I said that right. Yell at me later if I didn't.
Well, as we got to green, Ray Courtney was able to grab the pole, and there he has Sean Anderson right there on his outside in that Frosted Flakes machine. Number 14 was a great race. Lap 2. We already had 3 wide racing. They haven't quite lived up to their name of 4 wide racing, but Robert Gray wanted to take it, and he wanted to take it quick. He wanted that position. He took them 3 wide as they were coming into turn number 1 and out of turn number 2, and he held it. He held it great. He wanted the top spot, and he eventually got there, but at lap 20, we had a nice little battle for a 3-way battle for the lead. There you see, you got the 99, you got the 14, and you got the 19 right there behind Ray Courtney. They all wanted his position, and you also got Jesse Singleton right there. And here comes Robert Gray once again taking it 3 wide, and I can't believe they held this. Iowa is such a loose track at times, depending on what line they are running, but they held it, and they had very minimal cautions. There you see the 14 to Sean Anderson. He battled for the lead quite a bit Sunday night. Ray Courtney was able to take the stage win at lap 30. So you had Courtney, Evernham, Gray, Anderson, Singleton. Going to wrap up your top 5. Keith came in 6th. Taylor came in 7th. Stevens 8th. Davison 9th. And Greer are going to wrap up the top 10. Caution at lap 35. Now, I don't know exactly what happened here. I'm not going to try to call it, but this brought out their third caution. And there, the green flag did fly. You see Ray Courtney right there. And it looks like the 40 just had 47 was right there on the outside. Don't exactly know, but he did go around, and the 3 got into the 99, and there goes the 48. He goes airborne, sending the 3 right around. Now, is that the end of Robert Gray here at Iowa? Lap 43 is going to be the battle of the serials, and I believe this is where you said Peter Griffin.
Listen, it was an exciting moment. Leave me alone.
No. I don't believe this is where you said Peter Griffin. But it was but this was the battle of the serials. You had the 10, you had the 111, you had the 14, the Frosted Flakes, you had Cornflakes in there somewhere. I'm just waiting on somebody to have some Reese's Puffs or something. Bring it on out on the track here at 4 wide. But lap 43, that was some pretty exciting racing between all the cereal manufacturers. Well, three-way battle for the third position. That's going to be Gray, Courtney, and Singleton. They battled it out like it was the last lap. And there is that battle right there. There you see Anderson right there. There you see 3 wide, the 99 right there in the middle. They do make contact with the 51, and they get it all sorted out. And here comes the 99 on the inside, trying to get that position back. But I believe Robert Gray had the preferred line, and he was able to squeak out with that second place, and he was going to be able to battle for the lead after a while. Lap 75. There you see the Frosted Flakes, and there you see the 3 just pass them right on by. And the 3 was able to take over the top spot from Sean Anderson. Ray Courtney right there behind him, and then 13 to go. Ray Courtney was able to grab the lead back again, and there you see Robert Gray. He is about 0.4 of a second back coming into turn number 3. He dives it in the corner, and Ray Courtney had the preferred line on the top side. He got a heck of a run coming down the tri-oval, but he scrapes the wall right there and loses a ton of momentum, and that Robert Gray was able to close that gap. There you see he's playing peekaboo with the camera, and they were side by side. Robert Gray able to take the lead after that wall scrape. Now coming down to the final 2 laps, there you see Sean Anderson. He is riding around in third. Here you see he's passing the 74, and that's going to be Rudick. He is a lap down car. And Robert Gray out there in front. He passes Billy Davison. Going to take the checkered flag. He's going to grab his first win at 4 Wide Racing so far this season. Probably plenty more to come. A lot of great tracks coming up next. Let's see, we're off this week. We got a lot of interesting tracks coming up for the following race. But the final results, I'll let Miss Amanda go down that if she would like.
Well, you got to share it on the screen. Thank you.
Oh, it's there.
So in this race, Robert Gray finished in first. Ray Courtney finished second. Sean Anderson finished in third. Jesse, wait.
No, go ahead.
I don't like when you do that. That scares
Nothing.
me. Jesse Singleton finished in fourth. Chase Greer finished fifth. Willie Evernham finished in sixth. Peter Stewart. I'm sorry, Peter. Peter Stewart finished in seventh. Pepper Keith finished in eighth. Lucas Reed finished. See, this is why I have issues. I'll be quitting right after this. I'll tender my resignation via text. Lucas Reed finished in ninth. Billy Davison finished in 10th. Zach Stevens finished 11th. Jack Noonmacher finished 12th. Jeffrey Rudick finished 13th. Michael Taylor in 14th. And Cameron France in 15th.
Zach Stevens said second win, 2 in a row. Yeah, that's what we get for having so much to do. You kind of forget, and I pieced everything together today, and tried to gather the best clips that I could, and put it in. And usually I have notes, but I did not have them today. So all that will get better. Our first news broadcast next week, they will be, or not next week, but the following week, they will be off for Super Bowl Sunday. So no racing for for 4 Wide on Super Bowl Sunday. But the following week, they will take these ARCA cars to the Roval. Charlotte Roval is left and rights, ups and downs, banked corners, you name it, it's there. It's definitely going to challenge these drivers making left turns and right turns. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what they can bring to Charlotte Roval. I look for some good racing. You got some road course guys in there. You got some guys that are going to buy the track or have the track and going to put a lot of practice in. One that I will be looking for is Ray Courtney. He does have a lot of road course experience, and I look for him. He feels confident about that track, and we'll look to see if that 99 can take the win at Charlotte Roval. What do you think, Amanda?
You know what? It's gonna be a tough one, honestly, Richard.
Well, Street Revolution is out there saying, hey, what's up, Street? And Ray wants you to come race with him.
Really?
Yeah, he said, come race with us, Amanda. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll give her the day. Oh, no, I wouldn't put her at the Charlotte Roval.
Listen, he's not giving me the day off, but I will get on track with you guys, I promise.
She's got to get her
Soon.
steering wheel.
I got to get it all set up.
But yeah, I mean, so that's the next one that we have coming up. for 4 wide is going to be the Charlotte Roval. So we'll see how these cars handle there. And after that is probably going to be back to oval racing. As let me look at their schedule. I don't have a good graphic for their schedule. Miss Amanda is working on that, so we will get that next time. But they're going to be back to the oval on February 26th, and that's going to be at Auto Club. That's going to be 100 laps at Auto Club with 3 sets of tires, and they are going to have a stage break at lap 30. Now, when they go to Roval, they will have a stage break at lap 10, 2 sets of tires. So, going to be some interesting racing yet to come in all 3 leagues. Once again, we got Darlington coming up. That's going to be the throwback for the Genesis Cup Series. And make sure you tune in. We will get a voters poll up, so the fans out there can vote for their favorite paint scheme, and we will be at Dover for the Truck Series. And once again, no racing for Super Bowl Sunday for 4 wide, but they will return on February 19th for the Charlotte Roval. So make sure you tune in at all 3 of those. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and that way you can know when we go live. If you want to submit some video clips to us, definitely do that, and we will put it on the stream. We don't mind doing that. We want this to be a community channel, so anybody that wants to submit anything and have it shown, send it to us, and send us a description of what you saw and what you'd like us to say, and we'll try to get it on the stream. But hopefully,
we need a graphic for our email.
For a what?
For our email.
For your email?
For our email.
Oh, yeah. Well, they can't send it to us in Discord. We're in most of the Discords. And Jack out there said, and girls. What I miss?
Guys,
Oh, Zach Stevens says, no worries, brother. And Jack said,
okay,
and girls.
Jack, I get forgotten all the time, Jack. It's okay.
Yep.
I'm used to it.
And Ray said, worse, you can't do no worse than Jack if you race with them. So shots fired on Jack.
Ouch.
But we appreciate everybody tuning in. Once again, it is something that we're trying new. Feedback is appreciated, and we will work off of that feedback. We'll try to get some some more things from other leagues that I'm associated with. We got quite a few that we do talk to, and we're really close together with. But for now, got y'all front and center. Amanda, what do you have? You got anything special coming up that you want to put out? No? Oh.
I don't. We might do, I don't know, maybe we'll do something on Sunday.
Might do something on Sunday. Now, I will have a Dover race tonight, so I will broadcast from my personal view. So if you'd like, you can definitely tune in to that. That will be at Dover. I'll be in the ARCA cars with the Stars and Stripes series. So if you'd like to tune in, definitely tune in. All the support is appreciated. If you got some good advice for me for Dover in the ARCA cars, definitely let me know. Oh, I don't like you now. But that's going to be all for your iRacing community news, brought to you by Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. Thank you for everybody that stopped by. Thank you for all the sponsors that sponsor these great leagues, and y'all keep y'all keep racing the good race out there, and we will catch y'all later.